don't even look at me about running because you all are lying. You're not ready for a woman. You are not. So don't waste my time. You know, we got a lot of growing up to do. And there's still, sadly, a lot of men who do not feel like they can be led by a woman. And we saw.
Hello good people, welcome back to African Commentaries. Kindly consider subscribing, comment and like the videos. I'll really appreciate. Today I'm going to speak about a certain viral video whereby Michelle Obama, who is the wife to former President Barack Obama, whereby she said that America is not ready for a female president. America is not ready for a woman president. And this is the truth that most people don't talk about. The society is silent about it because people are scared to admit that, especially men. I'll talk about men. Men are not ready for women to be in positions ahead of them. So from my point of view, I'm not going to speak about America only, but the world in general. I feel like the world still has a lot of growing to do because we are scared of putting women in positions in leaderships. Yeah. Before I speak much, let's first watch the video and also some other videos whereby people are reacting to what she said. And you as my audience, I want to know your thought about this whole topic. Do you feel like the world is ready for women as presidents? Of course, we have some nations whereby women are leading, but we can't measure the countries that are led by men versus the countries that are led by women. So few countries are led by women. So let me know your honest opinion about this video.
Do you think that that impacts the room that we've made for a woman to be president?
Well, as we saw in this past election, sadly, we ain't ready. That's why I'm like, don't even look at me about running because you all are lying. You're not ready for a woman. You are not. So don't waste my time. You know, we got a lot of growing up to do. And there's still, sadly, a lot of men who do not feel like they can be led by a woman, and we saw it. What was the question?
I just said, we don't need to ask it again. You answered it.
Michelle Obama walked onto a Brooklyn stage expecting to talk about her new book. But what she delivered instead was a political jolt that's now echoing across the country. In front of a packed audience, she said something most public figures are too cautious to say out loud. America still isn't ready to elect a woman president. Her words weren't wrapped in diplomacy. Michelle looked directly at the crowd and said, "Don't ask me to run. You're all lying. You are not ready for a woman. You are not." Then she pointed straight to the 2024 election as proof Kamala Harris, the first woman ever to lead a major party's ticket, lost to Donald Trump, and Michelle said that outcome exposed a truth the country keeps trying to hide. Too many voters, especially too many men, still don't believe a woman belongs in the Oval Office. Michelle spoke about the barriers female candidates face, the scrutiny, the double standards, the way confidence is labeled bossy, toughness is called angry, and strength is treated like a flaw instead of a qualification, and she said she has no interest in walking into that storm herself. But her comments weren't just about Harris or about her own political future. They were about the uncomfortable gap between what Americans say they want, equality, progress, representation, and what they actually vote for. It was a moment of blunt honesty from someone who spent 8 years watching politics up close, someone who understands power dynamics better than almost anyone alive, and as soon as the clip hit social media, it turned into a national flashpoint. Some praised her for telling the truth, others accused her of being too pessimistic, but nobody could ignore it. In 2 powerful minutes, Michelle Obama reignited a conversation about sexism in American politics and forced the country to ask itself a hard question. If we keep insisting we're ready for a woman president, why does the evidence keep saying otherwise?
I disagree with Michelle Obama on whether a woman can be president. If you told me this 10 years ago, I'd assume you were accusing me of being some kind of maniac right-winger. But, you know, this is really indicative of something that happened to liberals after Kamala Harris won, which is that they are like huffing premium grade copium saying that the only reason Kamala Harris won is because she's a woman or because she's a black woman, which is absurd. Mexico is like one of the femicide capitals of the planet, and they elected a woman president, a Jewish woman president, no less, very recently, okay? And they are our neighbor. The fact is, Kamala Harris lost because Joe Biden was an albatross around her neck, and in the 100 days she had to run for president, a very difficult ask, something that would have been difficult no matter who she was, she made some choices that might have been not tactically perfect, and she had to be perfect to win, okay? I don't think I need to dunk on her in order to make this point, even though I have a lot of criticisms of Kamala Harris. But I really think we should be looking to voices that say a better future is possible instead of people saying that our past failures mean we are doomed to an eternity of male-dominated, white-dominated politics. I can't believe I'm saying this in reference to Michelle Obama. I feel like I am in Bizarro world. But I think a lot of progressive politicians, and there might be one in your area right now, are saying that the world of the future can be better. Things can be better than they are now. And I think those are the voices that we need to elevate right now, and not people like Michelle Obama who are saying that a woman cannot be president. I think that's wrong.
If I'm not mistaken, it was James Baldwin that said, "I can't believe what you say because I see what you do." And Michelle Obama said the exact same thing when she was asked by Tracy Ellis Ross, "Do you think America is ready for a woman president?" Like, the way you carried yourself in the White House, the way that position is looked at as some archetype for femininity and wifedom, etc. Do you think you helped transform the position to set America up to have a first female president? Because Vice President Kamala Harris was after that. Michelle Obama said, no. We had a chance to show if we were ready for a female president, and America blew it. So don't look at me, not only to run for president, but for any woman to win a presidential election. She says, we ain't ready. America has a lot of growing up to do. And it basically goes back to the James Baldwin quote. Don't tell me you're ready when your actions show otherwise. I agree with her. I'm not like 100% in agreement. I'm like 70%. I think America would be ready for a female president. I'm gonna keep it a buck. It just wasn't gonna be Vice President Kamala Harris. Like, I'm sorry. And I think we just can't be lost on the fact that it wasn't like Vice President Kamala Harris was just the best candidate in the world. She just wasn't President Donald Trump. That's where, like, I'm not in total agreement with Michelle Obama, but I'm still agreeing with her. But due to the misogyny and sexism, and to Michelle Obama's point, maybe even some immaturity, the woman candidate, whoever it is next time to make it that far, they just got to be on their P's and Q's. There can't be a question. And Vice President Kamala Harris just had too many questions.
It's sad to say, but what she just said out her mouth is the truth.
As we saw in this past election, sadly, we ain't ready. That's why I'm like, don't even look at me about running, because you all are lying. You're not ready for a woman. You are not. So don't waste my time. You know, we got a lot of growing up to do. And there's still, sadly, a lot of men who do not feel like they can be led by a woman, and we saw it.
Hillary Clinton, America wasn't ready. Kamala Harris, America wasn't ready. Just my honest opinion, I don't think America's ever going to be ready. Because pretty much what she just said out her mouth, a lot of men don't want to be led by a woman. Now, me personally, I don't see anything wrong with a woman president. Whoever has America's best interests, man or woman, should be president. But I'm curious to know your thoughts on this situation. Do you believe there will ever be a woman president? There's been 47 presidents and they have all been men. Will history continue to keep repeating itself, or will the system break?
Michelle Obama said, "Do not look for me when it comes to running for the president of the United States, because the United States is not ready for a woman president." And you know what? She is not wrong. I mean, let's keep it a bean and let's keep it a buck. The United States voted for a sex offender twice, and he literally ran against women. Although I could see Michelle Obama being the president of the United States, I just don't think she would put herself through that again. Because even when Barack Obama was president, people used to say some of the most disgusting and rude things about Michelle Obama. So I just know for a fact it's probably going to be so much worse if she was to run for president again. So I just know she wouldn't put herself through that. It would be nice to the thought of a woman running this country one day, but it will never happen. Too many egos and pride and wanting to be in control and power hungry men and hateful people on this earth that it will never happen. And I'm pretty sure so many people think being the president is not a woman's job. But literally, women wake up every day and do men's jobs. So I know for a fact that a woman can run this country. But like she said, the world not ready for it.
Whether we like it or not, Michelle Obama said something which is the truth. The world is not ready for women in positions ahead of men. And I think times are changing. These are things that we should leave behind. These are things that were done in the 90s, 1990s, 1980s, 1970s. Right now we are in 2025, for God's sake. I feel like this competition, there should be equality between men and women. And sadly to say, I think that we will never get to a point whereby women and men are given equal opportunities, especially in leadership. I'm speaking about leadership because we have women leading in various sectors. We have women running businesses, we have women running companies, we have women actually very educated. They have big positions. But when it comes to leadership, especially when it comes to being a president, I don't know, is it also that the voters don't have trust in women? Like, they don't trust that women can lead. Is this about masculinity and femininity, or is it about, I don't know? Because for me, according to me, what I think is that we should look past gender. I know the society has gender roles whereby men are the ones to be seen as leaders, men are the ones who are well raised to be leaders. They have what is needed to be a leader. But right now in 2025, we have women who are knowledgeable, women who are wise, women who are leaders and can lead a country. When will this ever come to a stop? You know, growing up, especially I can say in my country, have never had a female president. It has always been men, to a point that we as women also don't believe in ourselves that we can lead, because growing up we have been seeing men in the office at the upper position. We have never seen women. So you grow up knowing that men are the ones created for this position. But it's high time we change this. I'm not talking about this from a point of competition that I want men and women to be equal. No, I want women also to be seen, to be valued, and to be trusted that they can lead a country. We have factors which have made men to be the only ones running positions, higher positions in offices, to be presidents. You know, historically we have been seeing men being presidents for years and years, and that's why it's just like it's a norm. Not a woman can lead a country, not a woman can lead a nation. Like, it is something that you have grown up seeing to a point that it is the normal way people live. It's the norm. Like, we shouldn't change it, but I feel like it's high time we change this. We also have cultural expectations whereby some men believe leadership goes hand in hand with aggression. Like, there are traits which are specifically, how can I put it? There are traits that are considered to be manly. For example, being aggressive. You know, these are traits that people believe presidents or leaders should have in order to rule over people, to control a nation. You see, they believe that women are soft, gentle, and they can't handle people. But I don't think that leadership goes hand in hand with just those traits, like being aggressive. Like, leadership is beyond those traits. There are other things that we look at in a person to put him or her in the office. So these cultural expectations should change. It's high time they change. Another point I have said is social conditioning, whereby we have grown up even watching movies, reading in schools. You see, even in high schools, in primary schools, in universities, you will find that most of the vice chancellors or the headmasters are men. So social conditioning, we have been conditioned to know that men are the ones who are made for these positions, for higher positions, not women. Women are fragile and they can't run something. But now my point of contradiction is here, because women are the one raising families. Yes, we can't deny that men don't take part, but let me tell you guys, women do a lot to make sure that a family is stable, that a family is raised well, that the kids are okay. The women take a huge part of that. Women run companies, women run offices, women run businesses. But when it comes to leadership, when it comes to politics, is whereby women are seen as nothing. They can't lead anything. Explain this to me. Like, as women, we still have the knowledge, we still have the skills to lead, to make sure that things go in order. But why, when it comes to leadership, is whereby you guys draw the line, is whereby men draw the line for women. But one good thing is that the world is changing. We have women who are leading some countries. We can't deny that. We have countries like Ethiopia or Tanzania whereby women are leading. So it's not even about ability, it's about the mindset. People's mindset is that men are meant for leadership, but times are changing whereby we have this young generation of ours whereby people are open-minded. You see, they are able to give different genders different positions. We are not stuck in one mindset. We do not have closed mindset whereby we say men are meant for leadership, women are not. No, the generation that is growing now, they are so knowledgeable, they have a lot of information, they have a lot of skills, whereby if you people continue joking and saying that men were only meant for these higher positions, things are going to change and you're going to be shocked. So it's high time we work on it before things explode, before we see women taking up these positions that we think women cannot. You get me? Most men believe that men were meant to lead, and so they are not comfortable when it's a woman being in the position of leading them. Men, it's high time we change that mindset, because we have women who are more knowledgeable, who have skills for leadership. So it's not about only men leading, but it's high time we give women these positions too, and see where it will go. Actually, women can do much better than what most men are doing right now. So some cultures see that when women are leading, it feels disrespectful or unnatural because of the conditioning, the expectations that men are the ones meant to be the leaders. This is something that needs to change. These are cultures that we are leaving behind. Yeah, it's a tradition that needs to be done with. It's high time we focus on now and the future, not the past. Of course, the past is important, but you see, some things do not help in any way. If we continue holding on on some of these past cultures and tradition, we will not head anywhere as a country, as a nation, as the world, as the continent. You see, it's high time we're done away with these cultures and tradition. Some men, because I'm not talking about all men, feel threatened when it's a woman in position. Yeah, men like to be leaders, and they will feel like they'll not be comfortable seeing a woman leading them. This is something that you men should change your mindset about, because give women chance, give women a chance to lead, give women that ability to lead a nation and see where it goes. Stop feeling threatened by women. If you see women in higher positions than you feel like, oh no, the world has come to an end. No, men, it's time you give women these positions, and let's see what women are capable of doing. It's men versus women, it's about old realities and right now new realities, because most of these things I have said, they are attached to the old beliefs that people have, that the society has conditioned us to have, that men should lead, women are meant to just make babies and stay at home. You see, it's high time we get away, or we are done with these cultures. It's time we change our mindset, we become open-minded, and we even empower our women. Actually, this is one of the reasons as to why most men, or let me say some men, don't empower their women, because they feel like, if I empower this woman, she's going to be ahead of me, she will not submit, she will not listen to what I tell her. But no, men, empower your women. If she wants to be a leader, if she wants to get that position, a president, enable her, support her in the ways that you can, you see, because if she wins, you both win. But now, why are you feeling threatened when your woman is getting a good job, when your woman is getting a good position? And that's a win for you and your family. Imagine if your woman is the president and you're the first man, or what can I call you? How proud you will be. You will be respected just because your woman is in the office. So what is the point of not supporting your woman who feels like she needs a certain position, just because if you are feeling threatened that when she gets that position, maybe she'll not listen to you, maybe things will change? No. You guys support your women. Whatever they want to do, support them. Support your mothers, your sisters. Yeah, it's not even just about your woman, your wife, even your sisters, your mothers, anyone, as long as it's a woman. And just to summarize or to conclude on this topic, I would say that we need a lot of growing to do. The world needs a lot of growing to do. As Michelle Obama has said, that America needs a lot of growing to do. It really does, because we need to unlearn all those past beliefs, old beliefs about women cannot be in the office, men getting scared of women being in office. No, the world is changing, times are changing. We are not in the 90s, in the 70s. We are growing. This is a different century, and people are learned. Things are changing, so let's give women this ability to run the office. And I'm not just talking about because she said in the past elections whereby Kamala Harris did not win. I am talking about the entire world, because I have seen in most countries men are not comfortable with women being in positions. So guys, let me know your thoughts about this. I really appreciate to know what you think about this whole topic. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and share. Thank you so much.